And we have another molt. The Pseudohopalopus spinulophus. Look at that. Very nice. Yep, those red hairs are showing up on that abdomen. Lovely, lovely. Check it out. Yep, hopefully I can sex this spider. Of course, it all depends on the molt. Alright. Sorry, not the best view in the world. Let's see. There we go, maybe. A little better. Large Marge, my Theraphosis is in her water dish taking a drink. So just reminding you noobs out there that water dishes and enclosures are incredibly important because spiders do drink. Alright. Have another molt report. Euathlus species blue. The blue femurs. Molted. Looks like it just happened recently. Very nice. Alright. Very cool. I just thought I'd show you a little grooming. See the fang right there? See how they use their fangs there to groom? This is the Psalmopoeus cambridgei, Trinidad chevron. This is the smaller one of the two. It's a juvenile, although it's headed to subadulthood. In fact, I guess it might be considered subadult now. It's very close. I mean, it's kind of like in between, I guess. I always thought it was really neat to watch them groom. Look at that. Isn't that neat? That's pretty sweet, huh? Yeah, I just wanted to show you. Alright, let's move on to something else. I thought we'd do another transfer. The Acanthoscurria insubtilis. It's time to move over to this larger enclosure with the hide. Alright, let's get on with it. Alright, let's go ahead and move this one. The Acanthoscurria juvenile insubtilis. Let's see if I can go ahead and scoot this one in here. Molted not too long ago, but has since hardened up. Okay, you want to go ahead and Alright, well, if only they could all be that easy. Alright. Alright, next up we're going to transfer the Pseudohopalopus spinulophus. This one molted recently as well, but had hardened up enough to transfer, so we'll do that next. Well, sometimes an opportunity presents itself to make the transfer a lot easier when they go into their little hide cup. So what we'll do is just okay, well, that didn't end up as easy as I was hoping. Okay, see if we can get him to go over. Being that this is a non-defensive spider for now, I don't mind having it touch me. Wow, look at that beauty. You can really see the blue in the on that one. Well, that wasn't too bad. It didn't end up being as easy as I'd foreseen, but that'll have to do. Alright. Alright, I do not look forward to this one. Not because it's defensive yet, but because it's incredibly fast and very skittish. This is the Kilo Brackies Cane Crotchin, and I made a container with deep substrate and some decor to web, because they web like crazy, as you can see in this one right here. And I just went ahead and started like a little, you know, burrow down there, and it could use it if it wants to, or it may do like what the Fimbriatus did and, like, you know, dug at the end of the enclosure. But it's there anyway, and that's also to assist me with the transfer, give it some place to maybe hide instead of just go zipping around the area. So I got a catch cup handy, and so let's get started. Alright guys, I chickened out. I had to record some of this off camera because it's just, these guys are insanely fast. So what I did was I just covered that end of the enclosure so that way it wouldn't escape out that end as I was putting it in. So I decided just to put, to capture the tea out of here with this small cup, which I was able to do successfully, as you can see. And so now, instead of just, you know, risking it escaping, I'm just going to leave the cup in here, and it can get out when it feels like it. So, simple as that. And there's a water dish I just put in there too. Alright. Kilo Brackies Cane Crotchin. Well, we have a molt. My Pamphobeteus nigrocolor molted. Very awesome. This is the one I suspect is a female, but hopefully I'll get a good molt this time and be able to tell 100%. But there. Looks like this one literally just molted like earlier today. Alright. Very good. Alright.
Well, I didn't think this one would ever let me hold it again. You may recall, for those of you who have been watching my channel for a while, that this Aphonopelma simani gave me a huge threat posture one time in one of my videos, and it was very comical because it was like completely laying on its back in the water dish. And it was so mad, and it was like striking at me and everything. But that just goes to show that these guys are just moody, just like your Grandma Stole a Portery, you know. One day they'll say, yeah, okay, you can hold me. And the next day they're like, don't touch me. But, yeah, no threat posture at all today. So, and I have a cold, so that's why my voice sounds funnier than it usually does. But yeah, she's sweet today. Right? Yeah, you're sweet today. Thank you for being sweet. I didn't think you'd ever let me hold you again. You were just being so ornery. Very cool. Being a sweetheart today, just like you used to be. Alright, just wanted to update you on this one. This is the smaller one of the two that I have. Okay.
Here is another molt. This is my other Hapalopus species Colombian pumpkin patch. This one, I believe, is a female, because it would now, if it was a male, it would have matured out just like that last one did. So, yeah. And there doesn't appear to be any bulbous pedipalps here. So, this got to be a female. Alright. Beautiful. Alright, move on. Now time for another rehouse. I never look forward to rehousing a pokey, but sometimes it has to be done. This is going to be the rehousing of my Poecilotheria vittata, the ghost ornamental. And so we're going to put him in this larger enclosure now, and then won't have to rehouse it for a while. So let's get started. Alright, I get my trusty paintbrush, got a catch cup ready, of course, and got the lid ready. So let's go ahead and get started. Take out all that debris. I don't know if you can see that. Go ahead and get that in there. Well, it's turning out to be quite messy. Okay, come on now. Come on. You're definitely bigger than I thought you were. Okay, well that went actually quite well. Excuse me. There we go. Spider just kind of tumbled on in there. So that worked out just great. It's not coming out too great. Maybe you can see a little bit. So there we go. That's about as easy of a pokey transfer as I've ever done. Alright, moving on. Alright, time to rehouse the Erythropelma hirsutum. This enclosure that it'll be moving into is a little big for this size, but it should be able to stay in here for quite a while, so it'll be just fine. There we go. Alright, let's do the transfer. This one might be a little tricky too, because it's a tree spider, and you know how they can be. They can be all jumpy, and this one can be a little defensive, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, let's try to do this. Hey, come on. I know. Yeah, go on in there. Go on. I know. Come on. I think you'll like your home better. It's bigger, clean now. Come on. Let go of your claws. There we go. And let go of that part. Come on. Go on down there. There we go. Well, that could have been much worse. Alright, we'll let him de-stress. Okay, you may remember I would like to talk about this. I put my Zenithus immanis in here, you may recall, in a video recently. And I told you that it ended up having a problem. Even a spider that you don't expect would want to climb up to the ceiling certainly can, if it ever chooses to do so. And I took the risk. Luckily, I didn't have to pay for it, but it did end up climbing on this mesh here on the underside. And of course, with its claws, you know, it was like stuck there. And so I was trying to, like, you know, dislodge the claws. And see, the other problem is when I tried to pull this open, you know, I couldn't, obviously, because it would have squished the spider. So luckily I was able to get it to come down, you know, with some prodding, but thankfully I did not hurt the spider. So we're just not going to have to, we're not going to put a spider in here anymore, unless you guys can think of an idea I could do. I think some people have put like Vaseline around the edges, you know, on the inside, to keep them from going up, because it'd be so slippery. Of course, it's not really appealing to this, you know, to looking at, but it would work. At least I think it would. If there's anything else you guys could think of, I'd appreciate it. But otherwise, I'll just have to get another enclosure, or just put my hermit crabs in here. I only have 2 hermit crabs right now anyway, so they would fit perfectly fine in this one. So just let me know your thoughts, and I appreciate it. Alright, thanks guys.